In the vast landscape of Stoic philosophy, temperance stands as a towering virtue alongside wisdom, justice, and courage. This virtue isn't merely about abstaining from pleasure, but rather about mastering the art of conscious decision-making instead of surrendering to impulsivity. Temperance represents a voluntary resistance against our instinctual urges to react without thought. It's about recognizing our human limitations and refusing to let our passions dominate our rationality. When we embody temperance, we develop the ability to remain calm amidst life's inevitable storms and respond to challenges with balance and measured consideration rather than knee-jerk reactions. In its essence, temperance is the equilibrium, the golden mean that should permeate every aspect of our existence. The importance of this virtue cannot be overstated, as it serves as the foundation for our capacity to make sound decisions, especially when we find ourselves under significant pressure. Temperance helps us maintain a sense of serenity and mental clarity that allows us to solve problems effectively rather than becoming overwhelmed by them. If you frequently find yourself at the mercy of your emotions, whether consumed by anger or carried away by excessive enthusiasm, you're experiencing a fundamental issue with self-control. This is precisely where Stoicism offers its hand as a guide to overcome these very human challenges. As you embark on this journey to cultivate temperance among your virtues, you'll discover practical applications of these essential historical principles that have guided thoughtful individuals for centuries. The first principle to embrace is to avoid being led by desires. The Stoics understood that true freedom doesn't manifest from pursuing excessive desires, but rather from exercising control over them. They believed that constantly craving pleasure and fearing pain makes us prisoners, effectively enslaved by our passions, rather than maintaining control over ourselves. The key to liberation lies in making decisions based on what will genuinely benefit us in the long term, rather than surrendering to the siren call of instant gratification. Practicing delayed gratification serves as an excellent starting point on this path. By setting long-term goals and methodically breaking them down into manageable steps, we establish an effective structure that directs our actions toward meaningful achievement instead of fleeting rewards. It's vital to remember that the journey itself holds as much significance as the destination. When we apply this understanding to any pursuit, we begin to witness a more fulfilling life taking shape before our eyes. The Stoic path toward temperance demands continuous learning and personal growth. Philosophy doesn't promise external rewards. Instead, it offers internal transformation. The Stoics firmly believe that the journey toward virtue and wisdom represents an ongoing expedition rather than a final destination. Many of us make the mistake of focusing exclusively on end goals and anticipated rewards, when in reality, the path itself should be the reward we seek. You can integrate this principle into your daily existence by dedicating time each day to learning something new or reflecting meaningfully on your experiences and extracting valuable lessons from them. This practice not only facilitates personal growth, but also provides a broader perspective that enables you to navigate life's challenges with greater equilibrium and peace of mind. Gratitude practices form another cornerstone of Stoic temperance. Take a moment every day to recognize and express thankfulness for what you already possess. This could be as straightforward as acknowledging having shelter, food on your table, or loved ones in your life. Maintaining a gratitude journal can serve as a powerful instrument for this practice. Simply write down 3 things you feel grateful for each day. Alternatively, take contemplative walks in natural settings and consciously appreciate your surroundings. Develop a mindset of contentment by recognizing that what you have right now is already sufficient to bring genuine happiness. Gratitude meditation can be particularly potent in cultivating this appreciation in your daily routine. Building on this foundation of gratitude, direct your consciousness toward appreciation, while simultaneously releasing the demand that everything must occur according to your personal will. Learn to accept situations as they unfold naturally and discover happiness in circumstances as they exist, not as you wish them to be. For the Stoics, gratitude represented both a perspective and an active practice that empowers us to concentrate on positive aspects rather than becoming fixated on negative ones. Remember to express your gratitude in tangible ways. Say thank you more frequently. Write notes of appreciation to those who have made positive contributions to your life, or simply pause to acknowledge the beauty that surrounds you in quiet moments. The Stoics also recognize the importance of our social environments. Make a conscious effort to distance yourself from individuals who contaminate your sense of gratitude. Avoid those who spread negativity and constant complaints. Learn to appreciate what you have, for true wealth resides more in enjoying what's already in your possession than in endlessly desiring what remains beyond your reach. The Stoic philosophers valued simplicity and moderation, understanding that cultivating gratitude for our current possessions, rather than constantly yearning for more, leads to authentic contentment. Developing resilience represents another effective method for incorporating temperance into your life. This involves facing difficulties with serenity and balance, viewing setbacks not as personal failures, but as opportunities for improvement. Cultivating problem-solving skills and embracing a mindset oriented toward progress are integral aspects of this process, as you come to understand that you can learn and evolve from mistakes and challenges. Adopting a growth-oriented perspective helps reframe obstacles as opportunities for maturity and learning. Practice resilience by developing skills and strategies that help overcome adversity rather than being defeated by it. An essential aspect of Stoic philosophy is living fully in the present moment. Remember that you don't perceive reality objectively as it exists, but rather through the filter of your own perspective and conditioning. Much of our anxiety and worry stems from regretting past events we cannot change or fearing future outcomes we cannot predict. By focusing on the here and now, we can free ourselves from these unnecessary concerns and maintain a sense of calm serenity. Developing mindfulness represents an effective way to practice this concept, perhaps by dedicating time each day to focus entirely on present experiences, through meditation, or simply by paying close attention to physical sensations in the moment. To implement this, avoid multitasking and instead concentrate on doing one thing at a time while giving it your complete attention. Practice mindfulness either through formal meditation sessions or by bringing heightened awareness to your daily actions and conversations. The practice of empathy sits at the heart of Stoic temperance. Life is fundamentally an interpretation, and the Stoics remind us that everyone faces their own unique challenges. By practicing empathy, we can better understand others and respond in ways that maintain peace and harmony. To implement this, try placing yourself in another person's position before making judgments or reacting. This might involve pausing to consider alternative perspectives before responding, or actively seeking opportunities to learn about experiences different from your own. By cultivating this principle and becoming more empathetic, you'll gradually develop greater understanding of diverse viewpoints rather than becoming irritated or responding with negativity. One of the most profound elements of Stoicism involves accepting what we cannot change. As Epictetus wisely observed, it's not the facts that disturb men, but their judgment of the facts. This fundamental principle, that we should accept immutable circumstances while focusing on what remains within our influence, proves crucial for living a serene life. You can practice this wisdom in various ways, including learning to distinguish between matters you can affect through your actions and those completely beyond your control. Weather serves as a clear example. We cannot determine whether it will be stormy or sunny, so worrying about it wastes valuable mental energy. Instead, we can focus on how to prepare for and respond to different conditions. Cognitive therapy techniques that help identify and question irrational thoughts can also support this practice. Learning to accept what we cannot change liberates us from unnecessary worry and allows us to live with greater serenity and equilibrium. Self-acceptance represents another vital aspect of temperance. Accept your strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging your humanity and therefore your inherent imperfection. Observe how nature itself accepts and adapts to changes. This can inspire similar adaptability in your own life. Prioritize mental health and share your experiences and feelings with trusted friends rather than bottling them inside. When facing setbacks, begin with modest actions to overcome them rather than expecting immediate transformation. Recognize that adversity forms an inevitable part of human existence and treat yourself with compassion during challenging periods. The practice of detachment, as Epictetus noted, recognizes that poverty does not consist in the decrease of possessions, but in the increase of avarice. In Stoicism, detachment doesn't mean rejecting all pleasure or material possessions, but rather avoiding excessive dependence on external circumstances for your happiness. You can practice this principle through meditation, where you visualize your desires and then imagine releasing yourself from their grip. Another approach involves simplifying your life by reducing unnecessary possessions and focusing more attention on experiences and relationships, rather than material acquisitions. We often possess more than we truly need or perhaps deserve. By valuing simplicity and moderation, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of novelty and constant improvement that characterizes much of modern life. Finally, but crucially, temperance requires proper self-care. The Stoics recognize the fundamental interconnection between body and mind. They operate as a unified system. Maintaining physical well-being forms an essential component of achieving temperance. This includes regular exercise, consuming a nutritious diet, and ensuring adequate rest. It also encompasses mental health care through practices like meditation, therapy when needed, or simply allocating time for relaxation and engaging in activities that bring genuine joy. Remember that neglecting your physical self represents a form of disrespect toward your own being, both in terms of health and appearance. Find physical activities you genuinely enjoy and commit to practicing them regularly. Stoic temperance offers a path toward inner tranquility and peace. It focuses on understanding and controlling our emotions and desires rather than being controlled by them. Through practicing temperance, we learn to live according to our deepest values and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively to life's inevitable challenges. As Marcus Aurelius sagely observed, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. This profound truth reminds us that what we consistently think, we ultimately manifest in reality. By cultivating the virtue of temperance through these Stoic practices, we develop the inner strength to face life's difficulties with grace, wisdom, and equanimity, not by avoiding life's storms, but by learning to navigate them with steady hands on the rudder of our own consciousness.